problem. Nice momentum. Approaching Hell's Corner. Nice entry into the left. Oh, never mind. This car just stops right there. Well, I think I got it. Not that hard.
Right, so we're streaming now. Let me get the link and I'll share it. I'm just gonna sneeze.
Let's see in advance.
So hello everyone who's just tuning in. We're just about to start the second race. We're just getting the lobby set up, making sure everything's set up correctly, no errors. We're going to do a practice start and then the race will start. That should be in about 5 minutes time. So oh, Lex, one thing I forgot to mention, can you see the stream right now?
Let's double check. I do have the stream open, yes, and I do have...
So you see in the bottom right corner there's that OFR logo. YouTube allows you to add a watermark over all of your videos now. So
I need to do that.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
It's in this. I think. Well, it wasn't there before we reached 100 subscribers, but now I've just noticed it. I'm not sure if it's to do with the 100 subscribers, but basically you go into the channel settings, and there's an option for it in visual and audio settings. You can upload a 150 by 150 image, and you can add a watermark.
So basically, way back when I used to talk about our branding and etc. this was the idea. Like
there you go. You're right.
You know,
so,
now happy. Great. Well, thank you, YouTube.
Yep.
And thank you to all our subscribers and the supporters. Peace and love to you all. But yeah. So who do we have racing today?
Right. So yeah, if you go to the announcements.
Yep. Doing that now.
In sign up, sorry, you can see the race 2 list there. So why don't you go through those as I just check the admin chat.
Okay. So as I go through, race 2's drivers are as listed: Volcanam, Randy Rocky, Jan, Cranker, Martin Rudge, Super Bounty, YBN Steven, Jerry, aka Vilsec, Platypus, Maximus, Astro, Scotty Herr, Casa Racing, and last but not least, our guy, Mr. Havoc.
There we go. So that's a good group of people to have in the same race, all similar pace. I imagine there's going to be lots of battles going on there.
Right. I'm looking forward to it myself.
Yeah, and just to remind you guys, that order is so with our drivers' championship across both races. The first race is those guys who are in the top half of the driver championship, but they start in reverse grid order. So that's why Shane was starting at the back, and then Lika was second to last, and so on. This race is the second half of the championship, also in reverse grid order. So the person who's dead last in the championship will start first. Just to point out as well, we've got Jan back. He finally got his Fanatec fixed. Yeah, and yeah, great to hear. So he's going to be racing again. which is going to be great to see. He's been out through the first 3 races. I think he also missed the pre-season test as well in Monza, so he's missed 4 races. Yeah, and he's team captain at Tag Heuer. So yeah, we expect great things from Jan today. Great things.
Good luck, Jan. No pressure. So, is it just me? Why can I not find... Is it the same link for the stream, the race 2, or is it another
No,
link?
it's a different one. It's in the media channel now.
Come on, let's get it together. Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. Copy link. Then go to NGC and let's change this. Now, yep, perfect. Alright, sorry for...
That's alright.
Myself.
Have we got anyone in the stream? Got a few viewers. Okay, so we're going to do the practice start now, I believe. Let's hope this is the practice start. I haven't seen them actually start. Yeah, this is the practice start. Why don't you do your practice on board lap 1 commentary for this one?
Yep. Exactly what I want to do. I thought you were going to tell me to do the intro too. I'm going to be like, come on, bro. Like,
so let's hope everyone can pull away. That's the big thing here.
Alright, we are out.
Yeah. Oh, I think one driver's stuck. Is it Kranker?
Vilsek's having issues taking off.
It's Max. Max is stuck.
So everybody makes it through the first corner except Maximus. They're now approaching, they're going down the mountain straight, or up the mountain straight, sorry. Volcanam doing well. And yeah, that was a nice practice. Yeah, I think I got it down. Well, I don't want to say down packed, but I think I'm comfortable. Robot.
That's good. Well done.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I'm just checking Discord, making sure everything's okay with the admin.
Alright.
Rumours are going around that people are interested in a MotoGP league in OFR.
I mean, I've heard Fifi say something. I asked him one day if he was planning to buy a racing game that I bought recently, and he said to me, "If there's a league. If there's no league, then no." So I think with all of these sim racing games and different motorsport games, it's only fitting that you test them out, see what the competitive side of it is like, you know.
Absolutely.
I know. I have zero experience with MotoGP, that game particularly, but I've played Ride. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it or have played it or anything. But Ride is, I guess you could call some type of sim motorsport game. So yeah, I would like to check that out. I mean, I do play the Crew too, and there is stuff in that game, so I enjoy it on that. But MotoGP 20 recently came out, yeah?
It did. AJ, who's currently watching the stream, thanks for joining, AJ.
Yep.
Oh, Lika's here as well. Nice to have you here, Lika. AJ plays it. He's actually got quite a few videos in his channel. So AJ is our champion of the world from season 1. He's in the chat right now, Adwin F1. He has some nice videos for MotoGP actually, so you should go and watch those. And yeah, he's saying that people do race it competitively. There are a few leagues out there, and you have to do it on controller because obviously the wheel won't work with motorbikes. But it is actually quite a fun game. The last one I played was 2016, I think. And it was a hell of a game then. It was the best motorbike game, I think. I think that was just as Ride was coming out, but I still preferred MotoGP. And apparently this new game, a lot better graphics, a lot more realism, a lot more bike mechanics, and it's just fun. It's just fun to ride. The most important thing difference with usual racing games is that you have two brakes. You have the front brake and the back brake separate, and that makes it adds a whole new element to racing. It's fantastic.
Indeed so.
Yeah,
I'm actually interested. Let me look and see how much it is on the store. Don't be surprised if you hear me purchase it in the next few weeks. Is there anybody else in the league besides AJ that has it that you know of?
I think two more. I can't remember who it was, but two people told me that they also have it. Can't remember. I'll check my Discord. But yeah, we're just waiting for some people to reset, and then the stream is going to start. Max has rejoined now, so everyone needs to quit the race if they can, and get back to the lobby. That would be great.
Like in the chat had said, again, issue on a wheel. AJ said, oh no. SJ said, is it going to live up to race 2 from last week? What a question. I mean, race 2 last week was a little bit different, considering the conditions and the drivers, so we don't want to say it will, but it would be nice if it does.
Yeah, we saw Vilsec, who I'm currently riding on board with, have an amazing battle with Pitch Black, who went on to win the race. Had a few incidents at the end of the race. We're not supposed to talk about them. We had Panorama submitting a few complaints, so we had to keep that quiet now. But if you do want to have a look what happened, take a look at our videos on our channel. You'll be able to see them there. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was absolutely amazing. We're waiting just for a few people to enter. We're still in practice now. And this should be it. So we should be good to go in the next few minutes. The graphics are just so fantastic. It's amazing.
It's I don't think we have another console game that rivals this visually. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Like, the graphics are just so pristine and like very colorful.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It really is. So Lex, you're racing in D3 tonight, our F1 Division 3, where there's going to be 2 races.
Yep. I have a question regarding that as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, finish what you're saying first.
No, I was just going to ask you actually, are you looking forward to that? We're going to be racing in Monza. We had D1 and D2 yesterday, great races. And today we've got 2 D3 races, 2 25% 80-minute quali, a lot of talent in D3 at the moment. How are you feeling about that race? Oh, tell you what, we can't even answer that question because the race is about to start.
I'll just give you a one-word answer.
Go ahead. Ready. Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
Right.
So, guys, this is the second round of our race at Mount Panorama. Race 4 for GTS, our Gran Turismo Sport League. You've got Robot and Lex commentating today. Lex is going to take you through the first lap. So, thanks for joining us and good luck, everyone.
Right, and we're almost out.
Engines roaring.
And they are out. The driver's okay. But every never gets off. Havoc looks like he has a little rough start. Okay, they all make it through Hell's Corner. Alright. Going on now. Seems like everybody was able to make it through turn 1 very well. They're approaching Gory now. Hope I pronounced that properly. Ooh, a lot of tire smoke, a lot of tires screeching. One driver is a bit behind. Oh, that's Astro. I'm not sure what happened with him. He probably had a bad start. But Jan's currently in P1, making it through Griffin's Mount, Reed's Park. These turn names are pretty interesting.
They're really weird, aren't they?
Yes, they
Griffin's
are.
Mount, Reed Park, Frog Hollow. What kind of names are these?
McPhillamy Park? Oh my gosh.
McPhillamy, yeah, it's really strange names. So one thing that I do want to point out, so Jan is currently 2.7 seconds ahead. I wonder, because we know Jan's fast, and he's actually missed the first 3 races. So is he currently out of position? Because I think he is up there with the top dogs, but because he hasn't got any points, he's actually been placed automatically in the second race. Could it be that Jan's just going to run away with this race?
Depending on the mood he's in, who knows, he may just be gunning it. You won't know, you're not even looking back, just, you know, tunnel vision.
Yeah. So we got AJ saying that it's they're hoping for a pile-up in turn 2, in sector 2. Let's hope not. They actually all got through it okay. And whilst Jan is pulling away, I'm quickly going to jump to 9th place because look how close Havoc is to the rear of Volcanom right now. Now Volcanom is one of the new drivers who's in BWT Racing Point. That's Fifi's team there. And Havoc's in the Spinorama. Oh, we see one of the default cars go super wide there. It was Martin, I think. And he's now tucked in behind this battle for 8th place. Havoc is right behind Volcanom. Vilsex is sandwiching him at the moment. If Volcanom closes up, Havoc may be able to make a move. Volcanom's gone really wide after turn 23 there, and it's allowed Havoc to close up again. Havoc could get an overtake done here. Oh, there's a bit of contact between these two, but they're still keeping it clean. Really aggressive racing.
Not bad, not bad.
I'm liking this so far. Volcanom's actually got his hazard lights on right now. Maybe he's playing some mind games and trying to put Havoc off as they're just going up the hill into the quarry now. He's still got his hazard lights on. I think he's actually accidentally pressed the button there, but they're breaking in and it's looking kind of steady. So I'm going to jump up to 2nd. If you could just quickly tell me, in 3rd place, sorry, is Castle, another one of these racers in Jan's team. He doesn't get a lot of screen time, but Castle is actually really fast. He's a really fast racer, and I think he's been putting in a lot of practice around here. Now, could you jump to YBN in 4th place and tell me how much fuel he currently has?
Yes, so YBN currently has 3/4 of fuel in the car. Just hit the right wall. I'm not sure what happened in that corner. Well,
yeah, Castle has just over. Well, he has 1 extra lap of fuel right now than YBN in third place. Castle in 2nd. Someone's made a mistake there, and these guys have jumped up. I didn't quite catch that, but they're doing a good job. But look now, it's Jan. Jan's dropped down. Super Bounty's taking 1st place. Can you figure out where Jan is?
Oh, Jan is.
He's in. Oh, he's in 6th place. I'm going to quickly jump to the replay and see what happened there. Maybe we caught it. No, we didn't catch it, unfortunately. Jan was in 1st. He's made a mistake in the S's, and now he's down in 6th place. Super Bounty for BWT has taken the lead. Fifi must be absolutely buzzing right now. Shane's asking, did Jan bin it? I think he did. I think he did. Oh, unfortunate. No. Very unfortunate, but good job, Jan. Super Bounty, sorry.
On pace.
He is, yeah. Super Bounty's just coming through Murray's corner right now. What were you going to say about Jan?
I was just going to say Jan's still on pace. He could still get.
Yeah, I mean he's fast. That's clear. He's really fast. And look how close he is behind the back of the Golden Arrows of Scotty, one of these drivers that Max poached from Jan's team. This could be revenge from Jan. Because Scotty was actually racing for the Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab, and he's now got Scotty, who's moved away from there into the Golden Arrows because he was poached by Max, and Jan's now trailing him. Jan might be looking to get some revenge on Scotty right now, as Scotty is very... Yeah, a little bit, you're right, a little bit of rivalry. We got YBN Steven just 5/10 ahead of Scotty right now, as they are just going through the cutting at turn 4, making their way uphill again. One thing that I want to point out is from, turn 1, all the way up Mountain Straight through the quarry, all the way up till you get to turn 11 at Skyline, it's basically all uphill. And then from Skyline all the way down to the Dipper, it's all downhill S's, really fast, really heavy on the front of the car, and it's the most exciting part of the track, and it's where we're seeing drivers make most of their mistakes there. Get a bit of feedback from your mic there, everything okay?
Oh, I'm gonna do a mic check.
Yeah, no worries.
Check my check.
Yeah, that's a lot better. I think we had one driver spinning. YBN's in 4th, and Vilsek's actually moved up to 3rd place now for Spinorama. Congratulations, Vilsek. Now, everyone who's watching the stream, AJ, Shane, we've got King Reaper, Leaker, King Big Dog's here as well. Nice to have you here. What are your predictions for the race? Who do you think is going to take this one? Super Bounty is only a second ahead. He's not too far ahead. Castle is hunting him down. Who's going to take it?
I just wanted to add, sorry to cut you.
No, go ahead.
I was remembering you were saying that Castle is really fast. So what I was doing was I was comparing his mileage on his tachometer compared to all the other cars, all the other drivers, sorry. And I've noticed that he has the second amount of mileage compared to all the other 13 drivers. There's only one driver that has actually driven more in these cars than him. And he currently has the fastest lap of the race. So,
so there you go. So, Lex, that is good data right there. We can see, just as you were saying that, he's actually taking out 2/10 on Bounty as they are going up the mountain straight right now. So that's interesting. Yeah, good spot there. So, looking at the chat, we've got Pitch Black saying Scott is going to win. They are both in the same team, so there might be a bit of bias there. Leaker's saying Havoc's gearbox exploded just before the race, and he's running default settings. That is maybe why he's slightly off pace. Unlucky there, Havoc. He's not had a good run of luck these past few races. Now, we've got Bagpuss saying Castle's going to win, Super Bounty's going to take P2, and YBN is going to take P3. Now, let's not forget YBN is in Bock and Calls, and Bagpuss is team captain there. So, again, a little bit of bias. We've got Shane saying Castle will win it. So there's some honesty from Shane there. That's very nice to see. Castle has actually jumped 8/10 on Super Bounty now. They're just going through the S's. He's not going to be able to overtake now unless Bounty makes a mistake. He does make a bit of a mistake there.
He just needs to keep it tidy. He just needs to keep it tidy and be patient.
He does, and
snipe this position.
You're right, he's still 4/10 behind. Leaker saying Vilsek needs to get on in front and hold everyone so Havoc can climb up. That will be a bit sneaky, but he can do it if he has the ability to get in front of these two. But he is 4 seconds behind, Leaker. I imagine you're in a party with them right now. Could you give us any inside information from the pit box to tell us what's going on at Spinorama?
Thomas is also in the chat. He says that Castle's going to win. All right.
Yeah, let's have a look.
I'm going to agree with them. I think my money's on Castle, but I'm not leaving Vilsek out.
He's taking first. He's just as you're saying that he took first as they were going right into the chase. Bravo, Castle! Woo! He's a fast driver. That's nice to see. Yeah. This race 2 really just comes alive with these drivers. It's so good to see. Now, I don't want to see Castle just run away with it now. I want to see Super Bounty, because he has pace. Let's not forget, Super Bounty has pace. I want to see him keep up with him and challenge him again. That would be great to see. But whilst those two were battling, Vilsek and the Spinodrama car took out 1.5 seconds out of them. So Vilsek is getting an advantage from these two battling. If Vilsek comes into this fight right now, this race is going to get 3 times better. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I 100% agree, and that's what I want to see. I want the top 3 drivers to be battling for P1, not them just be safe in their position. You know, it's always better when you see battles of course.
That's right, and
seen a little bit of sparks coming off of Super Bounty's car. I think he hit the right wall.
Yeah, another great thing you see at night, the sparks really do glow. Now, Leaker is saying, from information from the pit box, he says that Spinorama is talking about girls and chilling. So it seems that whilst they're talking about girls and chilling, Vilsek has just chilled out completely, and his mindset is just completely relaxed, and he's gained another 1.5 seconds. So something is going right in Spinorama right now, because Vilsek has joined in on this fight for 1st place now. Good job, Vilsek.
Good job. Vilsek currently had the fastest lap of the race with a 2-minute 2:02.9. So that's very good for him. He's on pace for sure.
We've got Pitch Black saying RIP Havoc. Yeah, because he is running default settings and he's not being able to be competitive. The worst thing you can do is practice all week with a custom setup, custom gear ratios, engine tuning, everything, and then go back to a default basic setting. It will throw you off completely. You have different braking points, different steering angles, you get oversteer, understeer exactly where you don't want it.
Super Bounty collide. They both go off track.
Oh, they're off track! Oh my goodness, no!
Replay.
Watching the replay right now. Let's see what happened. So Vilsek was behind. They are just coming down the straight at Conrad. They are coming into the chase section now. Vilsek looking down the inside. Oh, and Vilsek hits him and they go wide.
Castle pitting, by the way. He has an 11-second lead.
Oh, that was a really fast crash.
And he not out. Super Bounty overtakes. So Castle's out the pits with 55% fuel. Fresh tires. Vilsek is 7 seconds behind Bounty. Oh wait, Castle's back in first. Okay, that's good. Jan's also in the pits now. So we have a few drivers pitting.
So Lika, if you can hear us, we need to know what happened there between Vilsek and Bounty, I think it was. If you can give us some inside information, that would be great. But yeah, Lex, you're right. Castle's pulling away. He's 5 seconds ahead. I knew this guy was fast. Ever since he posted his track guide this week, he was doing remarkable times, and I thought he's going to run away with this. Good job.
Yeah. I did get Castle joined one of my practice streams recently, and I asked him what he was up to, and he told me he was just focused on GT Sport. And I said, okay, and I could see that he wasn't playing. He thought, he said it and he's showing it.
I'm just watching just watching a replay now of Cranker spinning in the chase section at 21, I believe. I think he came off at 20, then he slid all the way across the corner. So unfortunate there. He's back in 13th place right now. Vilsek still holds the fastest lap. Cranker is now pitting. Let's just go back to Cranker and have a look at his livery as he comes into the pits. He's with the German Nation League. Norris is his team captain there. And it's a pretty nice livery, actually. Very colourful. Got a lot of stickers on there, actually. Got some Nintendo, Pokemon characters all over there. Burger King sticker here and there. Very interesting car. But going back to the battle, it looks like there is a big one going on right now. In 7th place, Astro and Astro and Havoc are just 1.4 seconds behind each other, so they're fighting a little bit. Havoc sliding around the corner there, struggling with this setup. It doesn't look like he's completely happy with that car. Yeah, I think it is definitely a setup issue. Haven't got any info from Lika right now.
Just spun. Oh no.
Ooh, what position is Martin in?
P10. Martin is P10 and he just spun in the... What's the name? I think it's called the Griffin's Mount. Was it the Griffin?
No, that was through the S's. That was through the S's.
Yes.
Yeah, he spun. I just caught that on the replay. Thanks for pointing that out. And lucky he is in the default car. One of the best liveries I think that we have. You guys in the stream as well.
He has damage on his right side of his car, and his tire wear is fairly worn right now.
He's gonna. Do you think he's gonna pit?
He should. Yeah. YB and Steven and Vilsek are also in the pits as well. Super Bounty just exit the pits, I believe.
Interesting. So Vilsek's come out just behind Maximus there. Maximus hasn't pitted yet. So Maximus, one of the admins in OFR, is in a pretty decent position right now. Looking at his tyres, he hasn't pitted. He's got about 3 laps left before he does pit. He's going to be challenged by Vilsek right now. He does have Scotty. Let's not forget, Scotty's his teammate, and he could do a bit of a sneaky move here and hold up Vilsek to help Scotty get away slightly from Vilsek. But Max isn't one to drive slow or just let someone pass. He is a great racer, and he's going to hold Vilsek back, just so he can hold 4th position and show the viewers what he has. Vilsek's just 2/10 behind as they are just coming through this Griffin Mount Reed Park section through 8 and 9. Frog Hollow, then Sulman Park. Really interesting names. And then at turn 9, we've got John Hinksman Vista. I wonder who came up with all of these. They must be named after some people famous or some famous places within Australia or something. Yeah, it's interesting. But Max is still holding Vilsek off as they're going through the downhill S's and through the corkscrew shortly. Ahead of them, we've got Scotty and Super Bounty battling hard as well. Scotty getting a bit scruffy. Super Bounty closing down that gap to less than 3/10 right now.
So they're just getting to Forest Elbow, going down Conrad Straight. It's more than likely that Vilsek is going to challenge for the position on at the end of this straight here.
Yeah, and Scotty's actually come out in 2nd place through taking advantage of that slipstream there. Good job, Super Bounty.
Gets the position on Maximus.
Oh, he does. He's got it done.
Right side.
Oh, yep. Nice. Definitely need to see a replay of that.
And he keeps the outside. Oh, nice choice of racing line by Vilsek. I thought he would have cut on the inside, but he stayed on the outside and he kept his position. They're going into Morris Corner now.
Great move by Vilsek there.
Takes the inside. Yeah. Very nice drive.
Max is in the pits. Max is in the pits.
Okay.
So he's probably going to. So I think the super soft tire is the tire of choice here. I don't think it's worth going on to the soft to try and extend the stint. It's going to be a two-stopper anyway.
Yep.
He has put those super softs back in. Let's see how much fuel he puts on.
Havoc also in the pits.
Oh, Havoc's pitted as well, and
Astro
Astro. Ooh, okay. So we might be able to see some pit stop changes here, depending on how much fuel they put in. Let's see how this turns out.
By the way, Castle's currently 27 seconds in the lead.
And look at his tyre wear. They sit about 10%?
Minimal. Yeah, minimal tyre wear. His fuel consumption is
how is he doing this?
He's concerned about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's probably just driving subconsciously at this point.
He set a 2:02.9, and I think Bruma's fastest lap in the first race was a 2:01. And remember, this is the start of the race, and he set that. They set that on lap 7. I think Castle is going to be able to challenge Lika, Bruma, Shane, Atomic in the higher tier. I think he could do that.
I think so too. I would definitely like to see that.
Yeah, what a racer. It's really great to see. So he still does have to pit though. So he's going to lose about 17 seconds when he comes into the pits, and that will put him 10 seconds ahead of Super Bounty. But still, that shows that he has been taken out about 1.5 seconds a lap from Super Bounty, who's in the BWT, who is currently going to be picking up a hell of a lot of points for Fifi's BW Team Racing Point, Force India, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de team there. So Fifi's going to be very happy with Super Bounty's performance here. Lika's saying in the chat now that he would say that Castle is faster than him. Ooh, so Castle could actually split the top 3 of the first division. That would be great to see.
Right. I would definitely like to see that.
Oh, so, beg your pardon. Yeah, go ahead. Shane actually set the fastest lap in race 1. Really sorry about that, Shane. You must have set it on your last lap, I suppose, because I think it was Bruma all the way up until the end. So if you did, please correct me. But yeah, race 1 was really interesting. Race, we had Shane winning it again. Hell of a race from him. He started right at the back too, and he worked his way up. Very tactical racing. Nice to have drivers like that in our league. Very clean racer too. Now, Scotty's finally in the pits. Scotty is in that Golden Arrows car. Let's see where he comes out. Oh, Maximus has jumped him already. But is he going to jump him because he's going to teleport? No, he's not. Scotty's going to come out ahead of Maximus, actually. So there's going to be a little bit of a battle going on between these teams. Now, in Golden Arrows, they are very, very sensible racers. They will be in a party together. They train all throughout the week. And they will never, ever do anything to put their team at a disadvantage. So as Max is coming up behind his teammate Scotty right now, they're gonna have calculated, what to do in this position, and I think they're either just going to both do some impressive tyre management and keep formation. That would be the best thing to do, unless Scotty is incredibly slower than Max, which I don't think is the case. I think they're going to keep position right now. Yeah, Shane's saying that he did it. Yeah, he did his fastest lap on the last lap, so sorry I didn't actually see that. If you could let me know what time it was, that would be good to know as well, so I can try and compare it with Castle's time at the moment. King Big Dog, he has actually come into OFR, hasn't he? He's going to be doing the Dirt Rally League, is that right?
Yes, he has.
Yeah, so Lex, why don't you let the viewers know what's going on when this is going to happen?
Alright, so world premiere of OFR Rally is happening June 5th. What we plan to do is have 2 divisions for European and American time zones. And we will currently, the admin, we're just working on setting up the format for the leagues and getting everything all down packed and ironed out for you guys. But definitely stay tuned. The date is June 5th, so if you're interested, make sure you join the Discord if you're not already in it. And yeah, stay tuned. It's going to be exciting.
Yes.
The reason why I say it's going to be exciting, sorry to cut you, is because we have many different types of people. We have people that are more so on the arcade style of driving. We have people that are more in the simcade, different types of drivers. So it'll be interesting to see them on I like to think of Dirt Rally as a middle ground between arcade driving and simulation driving, because in Dirt Rally you could slide around and it's a little more aggressive and you don't have to be as clean on the track, right? So I'm
Exactly.
very
Yeah.
excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah, yes, I couldn't have put that last bit better myself, actually. So usually when we're racing with the on road tarmac, tarmac surfaces, we have specific formula rules where you need fair racing. There should be no contact. It's a non-contact sport, and we want people to be as fair as possible. But when you jump into a rallycross, you don't have to throw away all these rules, but you're a bit more lenient in the rules, because going side by side or slamming drivers whilst against a wall isn't that bad in some cases.
It happens. It happens more times than not.
So basically, what we're trying to say is that Dirt Rally is going to be OFR's mental health relief fund. That's what it's going to be. When drivers want to just race, arcade style, really get their shoulders wide as possible and put these drivers to the test, that's where they're going to do it. So yeah, you said that we're going to have a kind of like a rally event with a rallycross event after. That's where you do sprint races and then like 4 or 5 lappers around a really short track. Amazing graphics. It's probably somewhere on par with GTS. It's going to be great to spectate that. Hopefully we can get enough commentators where we can maybe have a bit more than 2 or 3 drivers, because when you're doing the rally driving, we're going to have to be switching between so many different drivers that it would be great if we could have 2 or 3 looking at different parts of the field, giving us updates, whether they're in sector 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, stuff like that. So anyone who's watching, if you're interested, yeah, please join us on our Discord. There will be a link in the description, and we'll be able to get you set up just before June 5th, where we're going to go live with our Dirt Rally event.
Alright, so until then, stay tuned.
Absolutely. So, looking back on track, it looks like everyone's actually quite spaced out a bit. Castle...
Yeah, Castle has pitted already.
Yeah.
He has about 50% fuel. He has fresh tires. I believe he's still on. Yeah, he's on the RSS tires, the Race Super Soft, and he has 14 seconds of a lead in P1. Super Bounty's in P2 right now, and Vilsec is in P3. Vilsec has a 4/10 penalty. He just picked up, I'm guessing, and yeah. There's a bit of space between most of the drivers. I don't think anybody's battling right now. Actually, Astro, I think he's coming up on Platypus.
Oh yeah, half a second. Good job. I've just switched to Astro now. I was just spectating Castle, watching him go through the S's. He is so smooth through there. And just before these two battle, I just want to say quickly, Shane's time was a 2:01.5 fastest lap on the last lap. So let's see if Castle can beat that. But right now, we're riding on board with Astro, who's looking around the outside. No, he switched to the inside, going into turn 2 at Quarry. Yeah, very bad. Not too great. He's actually dropped down a bit there. 1.2 seconds. He lost a second through that little corner there. That's not great. We've actually got a bit of a battle going on ahead. Is that... Oh yeah, there is a battle going on there. Let's see who it is. It's Scotty and YBN. These two are just less than a second behind as well. Scotty will have a bit of a slipstream now. He's just 5/10 behind. Scotty could make a move here. Scotty's in the Tag Her Phoenix Race Lab. Could you do me a favour and just figure out where Jan is on track as well? I can't see him on my leaderboard right now.
Jan is currently in P10. He is 6 seconds behind Astro in P9. Jan is on the Race Super Soft tires, about 50% of fuel. So he may have just recently pitted. Yes, he did actually pit, I think, last lap. So that's why he's in the back of the pack now.
I see.
Yep.
So, yeah, Jan's...
Steven also just goes in the pit.
Got it. And Astro has closed that gap down to Platypus, back to 0.8 seconds. So this is default versus Bock and Calls right now. Havoc gap to Max, Lika, I'll tell you that right now. It's currently, let's have a look, it's 8.2 seconds, so he's got a bit of a way to go. Looking at his tyres, he's about 25% worn. Max with just over quarter tank of fuel, so he's going to have to pit the next 3 laps. Maximus has got a bit more fuel, but a bit more tyre wear as well. So we may see a battle between these two at the end of the race, but what I want to do now, Oh no, I've just missed it again. I wanted to see how Cattle was getting on through the S's because he's flying right now. He's coming up to a few more back markers. But there's a big battle going on at the back there between Jan. He's now just 9/10 behind Astro. And Astro is... Oh, he's actually overtaken him. Jan's overtaken Astro there. I think Astro pitted. Let's have a look. No, he didn't pit. He must have made a mistake. And now Jan's going to be chasing down Platypus in the Bock and Cause car. So there's a bit of a battle going on between 3 different constructors right now. This is great to see.
Oh, indeed. We love battles here at OFR.
We absolutely do. So Jan's just flying through the cutting at 4 now. He's coming through 5 and 6 at Griffin's Mount. He's managed to bring that gap down to 3/10. Just drops below 3/10 at Reed Park. He's sniffing the rear there. He's trying to look down the inside. He's being a bit too aggressive. I think Jan needs to call it and wait till after the S's. But he's trying to get this done before. He's looking down the inside now. But Platypus has managed to cover him off. These two are going wheel to wheel in a really tricky part of the track.
Platypus doesn't have as much grip on his tires as Jan does. That's probably why Jan feels more comfortable being aggressive.
Oh, he's hit the wall as well. Platypus just hit the wall, and now Jan's hit the rear of him. This is allowing Astro to close up. Astro's just now 3/10 behind. We're seeing Platypus hit the wall again. Platypus has gone wide. He's hit the wall, and Jan's taken 8th. Jan's taken 8th, but Astro is now only 8/10 behind. So Platypus was put under pressure there. He was under a lot of pressure because of his worn tyres, and he just couldn't handle it, unfortunately. And that's dropped Bock and Cause down to 10th place. Jan's got all the pace. That's what Thomas is saying. And Leek is saying what happened to YBN. I don't know. Where is YBN?
YBN is currently in P7. He looks like he's got a gap between him and P6, and Jan is trying to close in. Jan is 18 seconds behind even at the moment, so
okay.
I'm not sure we're going to see that gap close up anytime soon.
Yes, and just a point, the gap between Havoc and Maximus has actually increased slightly too. So Max has done a pretty good job extending that a little bit as well. Now I'm going to jump to Vilsec and Bounty because they are very close on track again. Below 1 second now. If you could just tell me how worn Super Bounty's tyres are. Vilsec's looking at around 25%, and he's only got 1 lap of fuel left. How's Super Bounty looking?
Super Bounty has worse tyre wear than Vilsec by maybe 5 or 10%.
Okay.
They're both on low fuel right now, so I'm not sure if they're both going to pit. But I know that they definitely need to. Super Bounty more so than Vilsec.
And Shane letting us know that YBN actually spun on lap 11. Really unfortunate for Bock and Cause there, but they're still getting some points right now. Vilsec has got that position change done. He's in 2nd place right now. Well done, Vilsec. And they are just... Vilsec's got messy. What happened there? Oh no, Vilsec. Okay, I'm going to save the replay and watch both of these. Vilsec's... Oh, he's driving backwards on track. I think he's trying to get into the pit lane. He's driving backwards. No, Vilsec, no, don't do it. Oh, no, he's driving backwards.
I think he'll get it together.
Oh, Vilsec, you're not supposed to drive backwards on track there. But anyway, he's been reset to track. He's been reset to track.
No.
He's just lost out about 15 seconds.
Just kept going.
He's got no fuel, though. He spun again. He's got no fuel. That's the problem right now. He needs to get off. He's currently having a really tough time. Oh, no. He can't.
That is going to cost him the race.
Just focus, Vilsec. You can do this. You can do this. Leek is saying, Vilsec wanted to pit, and Super took him out. Right, gonna watch the replay now to see what happened. So Vilsec was right behind. We're gonna ride on board with him. He was right behind going through 21. He got ahead. That's where he made the move change. So he actually got ahead. And as he was going into the pits. Oh! Super Bounty rammed the rear of him, and that caused him to go straight on, and he missed the pit lane.
Oh, no.
And that's why he was trying to get back into the pits.
Not his fault.
Not his fault.
Not his fault, yeah.
But I think driving backwards on track was a bit silly. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, now, there was also something else. Did you say Havoc spun?
Yeah, Havoc.
Right, let's see what happened with Havoc.
He's now in the pits, by the way. He just left. He has 89% fuel.
Oh, yeah, Havoc went really wide on the start of the S's at turn 11 at Skyline. And then, then he spun at turn 13. And that allowed YBN to overtake him. Unlucky Havoc. He was really struggling with that default setup. And now Vilsec hasn't... Let's see where Vilsec is, because he should have, 0 fuel right now. Where is he? I can't see him anywhere.
Vilsek is currently in P12.
Oh
Cranker's
no.
behind him. Um,
Is he in low fuel mode or something?
yeah, Vilsek is definitely in low fuel mode right now.
We've got someone called Angry Scott saying Vilsek cut in front under the brakes, so that's a racing incident. You can't cut in front of someone, then hit the brakes. Well, we're getting different perspectives of what happened there. We did watch the replay. If you guys want to see that again, let me know. But Vilsek is got flashing fuel right now. He must be driving slow. I think he's doing fuel saving because he's getting caught up. He's not in a great race, not in a great position right now as well. Really unfortunate. He's coming into the pits though. And
well, thankfully he made it in the pits this lap, so
yeah.
hopefully he can just regroup. And did he just get reset again?
Please no, he did. I don't think he can pit. I don't know. Let me just see what happened there.
Gosh.
Oh, let me go back a bit more. Sorry about that. Let me just see what's going on here. So Vilsek is coming into the pit lane, and he's just getting reset on track. It's bugged.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Oh no, he's gonna. There's nothing he can do. He's got no fuel. So one thing to point out to help keep Vilsek's spirit is that he does have a very big grid penalty right now, and they will be written off at the end of this race. So I know he wanted the race win, but he would have finished last anyway. Now I'm not saying it doesn't matter. It obviously does matter that the game is bugging him and not allowing him to pit right now. That's really unfortunate. It looks like it's GTS. Terrible look for Vilsek. That's what Bagpuss is saying as well. Yeah, but I hope he doesn't lose all of his spirits because he will be racing again next weekend with absolutely no grid place penalties or anything, so he will be able to get the race win hopefully again next week. But he is in absolute reserve fuel mode right now. He's letting all of these drivers pass. He's going through, he's just about to come up to the S's section. No one's behind him currently, so he won't hold anyone up, but this is really unlucky for Vilsek. It's so sad to see.
Yeah.
You were saying this last week, I think, about a AAA game having so many bugs. It's so sad, isn't it?
I just don't understand it. I remember a time when I would buy video games and they worked. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. As we advance in these newer games and stuff, they just don't seem to get it. Like, you know, these bugs need to be ironed out.
It does. That's really
Especially
unfortunate.
when we're on this level of racing in the game, like in a league and stuff like that. Like, come on,
exactly. And especially with drivers like Vilsek. I mean, he's so fast. He's always so accurate. He's a really talented driver, one of the best that we have in OFR. And a game just kind of screwing him over like this, it really must just lower his fight to race. You know, it's really sad.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Come on, developers at GT Sports. Game cannot be this like this.
Yeah, so Jan's coming into the pits. If you could quickly just cycle through the players for me whilst I ride on board with Castle, and just let me know if any of them are close on track, and I'll jump to them.
Okay. Alright, so we have Cranker actually about to challenge Volcanom in P10.
Okay.
What else is going on?
Oh yeah, we are. Let's stick with these guys.
Yeah, that's the only battle happening at the moment, so we might as well. So, Cranker has a little bit more than 50% of fuel. He has about maybe 10% tire wear. Volcanom has 3/4 of fuel and he has about 5% tire wear. Volcanom, the more experienced driver in the car, with 703 kilometers driven, and Cranker with 345. So we'll see if this makes a difference. I see he just got a little bit loose going down the Griffith's Mount Reed Park section. Or was that the S's? Sorry, he was going through the S's.
Yeah, so I'm just going to cut you off, Lex. Sorry, I'm jumping to Vilsek, and I want to see if he can get in the pits. If he can't, he's just going to have to quit the race. There is no point in him continuing. So he's coming into the pits now. Let's see if he can make it. It's reset him to track.
Oh my gosh.
It's reset him to track.
I'm so mad.
Yeah, Lika, if you're watching, no, Vilsek does not need to finish. He can quit the race because there's just no point. It's really unlucky for him. Really sorry about this for everyone who's watching, but Vilsek will not. I mean, let's just say he's allowed to quit. I think that's fair, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely fair.
Yeah, unlucky Vilsek. Unlucky. Right. Moving back. So I'm going to ride on board with Maximus right now in the Golden Arrows. He's just coming up to turn 23 at Murray's Corner right now. He's had a pretty decent race. He's going to be picking up 10 points for the Golden Arrows. He's team captain there. Let's hope he can keep that position. Yeah, everyone's supporting Vilsek in the chat on YouTube there. Really nice to see. We've got such great drivers at OFR, such a great community too. Everyone's so supportive there. It's really nice to see. Santi, Secretary of State, doing his job, getting his views, registering these new drivers. He's doing a really amazing job. Thanks, Santi, for all of your work.
Yep, greatly appreciated, Santi.
Absolutely. And Scotty, I forgot that Scotty is in the Golden Arrows too, and he's going to be getting 15 points. So Golden Arrows are going to get 25 points so far.
Also kidding. With 3 laps left.
He's going for fastest lap. He wants to take that fastest lap from Vilsek.
So yeah, that's definitely the only thing he... Come on, Pastor, you can't take fastest lap from Vilsek now. Oh, man.
Poor guy.
I hope Pastor doesn't get it.
Castle rubbing salt in the wound there. Oh my goodness.
Right?
But yeah.
He's definitely a warrior. Oh, man.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a drama going on in the chat. Everyone's blaming Mary for the performance of, well, with the bug that happened to Vilsek. I think that's right as well. It's definitely always something to do with Mary there. Rumour is he's going to be starting last next race. Admin GTS had a word about it, and they're not happy with his constant crap that's going on. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But other than that, everyone is spaced apart again on the track. Doesn't look like there's too much job. Oh, someone spun at turn 21 actually. Let's see if we can see who that is. Can you see if you can just... Oh, it's not... It might be Volcanom. It was. Now let's watch the replay and see what happened there. So he was just coming down at the Conrad straight. He was ahead of Cranker. He's coming up to turn 20 now. He takes turn 20 quite well. He's coming into 21. He may have just broke a bit too late. Let's have a look. Oh, he did. He broke too late. Got a bit of oversteer at 22, and that caused his car to spin, and Cranker got ahead. So he just gave up 10th place. He won't be getting a point if Cranker doesn't make a mistake now. That's sad.
I just can't get over what happened to Vilsek right now.
I know. It is really sad.
So dumb. Oh. Is there any battles going on at the moment?
I don't think so. Havoc's here having a bit of trouble getting through turn 20 and 21 and 22 as well in the chase.
Oh, yep, there's a battle in Yan P6 with Maximus.
Ooh. Oh, hello. Oh, there's a big battle going on. Volcanov's getting in the way. Oh, no, it's a really tricky place to actually let someone to pass. But, yep, Jan's catching up. He's 2 tenths behind. Can you compare Jan's and Max tyres? Can you have a look?
Jan, okay, Maximus has about, I would say 10% tire wear. It looks like his front right tire has the most. Or maybe back rear tire. Jan's tire wear.
Oh no! Steven spun! YBN Steven spun! And that means Jan and Maximus have moved up. Oh no! What happened there? Let's see if we can watch the replay. Okay, I'm going to quickly jump back to the replay and see what happened. So YBN was solidly in 4th place right there. He's just coming through turn 10, and then he's coming up to turn 11. He goes so wide, he hits the wall again on the inside of 11 and spins. He's just given up 4th place. Jan actually overtook Max as well. So Jan moves up to 4th place. He's going to be getting 12 points for his team, and Maximus is down in 5th again.
Also, Maximus has, looks like he has some body damage. I think I seen his car diagram was flashing on the right side, but it's not flashing anymore, so I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, and that gap between Jan and Max is now increased to 2 seconds. But Max is still ahead of YBN though. He's still going to get 10 points for his team.
With 2 laps remaining, Max does have more fuel than Jan at the moment. They do have similar tire wear. Jan a little bit better. Um, and ironically, Jan seems the more experienced driver in this car with 2,919 kilometers, and Max only has 984. So we'll see if Max can make up the difference of 2.9 seconds, is it, at the moment? Yeah.
2.9 seconds, that's right, yeah. We've actually got a car stopped on track at turn 20. I'm sorry for cycling through like this, guys, but GTS doesn't give me any other option. It's Vilsek. Oh, is Vilsek still racing? He's still on track! He's still trying to get into the pits! What is he doing? Oh no! Where is he? Oh, he's a fighter.
I commend your spirit, Vilsek. I commend your spirit, man.
I don't know if he's actually. He's just going wide and wide and wide.
Yeah,
Lika. Lika, if you can let us know what's going on with Vilsek. He's doing donuts in the sand. It would probably be better if he just quit the race.
Mark Elliott says give Vilsek a point for no quitting. Sorry for cutting Robot, but I think it's fair if Vilsek does keep fastest lap points, even though he doesn't get to really race or finish the race.
Lika saying that he gave him the order, but he won't quit. He does not want to give up. Wow.
Oh man.
Castle's looking a bit scruffy towards the end of this race, you know. He's getting a lot of sparks flying everywhere. Shane saying Vilsek needs to complete one full lap before he can re-enter the pits. Oh! So he needs to not come into the pits, go round, and then go in. Lika, if you can get that message to Vilsek, he may be able to... Oh no, he won't be able to finish now. It's lap 20.
Shane, can you explain why that is? I don't understand that. If you can hear me, Shane, explain why Vilsek needs to complete a full lap before re-entering the pit.
That's interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to take the pit if possible. We are on the final lap of the race. Castle is 38 seconds in the lead. Super Bounty in P2 and Scotty in P3.
Castle
Jan is 20
go on.
seconds behind Scotty. Sorry, you were saying something?
Castle is just coming up to the final corner now at Murray's Corner.
Right.
So he's flashing his lights as well. Very nice to see. Again, amazing visuals. He comes around the final corner. He finishes 40 seconds ahead as he crosses the line. And he's actually given up on his last lap to make sure Vilsek keeps the fastest lap. That's nice of him. Well done. Congratulations, Castle.
Very honorable.
Indeed. Havoc's going to cross the line now as well in 8th place, so good job. He's picking up 4 points for his team there. Well done, Havoc. Super Bounty's going to be next. He's actually just coming through the chase right now. That's how far ahead Castle was. Amazing. Great race from Castle.
You guys in the chat think that Vilsek should still get fastest lap point? Let me hear your guys' feedback. If I see 2 yeses, Roman, I think we should give it to him.
We'll have a vote later on. The only thing is, he finished outside the top 10, and we usually do only top 10. But yeah, we'll have to have a think about that. Scotty is just coming through Murray's Corner right now as well, taking up a whopping 15 points for his team. Golden Arrows. Well done, Scotty. Another solid performance from you. Well done, Jan, who's just come back for the first time this season, in fact, is going to be taking 4 points for Phoenix Race Lab. 4th place, sorry, that's going to be 12 points for Phoenix Race Lab. Congratulations, Jan, as he just comes through Murray's Corner now as well.
GG's, everybody. So, looking at the chat real quick, Shane had said the game doesn't recognize his last lap because he reset. The game thinks he's cutting the track.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Oh, and that's because he was driving backwards on track. He was cutting the track there. That's why.
Yep.
So that's where it all started.
Says, could have told us that ages ago, you naughty boy.
Yeah, Shane being a little sneaky there.
So we get a yes from SJ, and damn right he should. So that's 2 yeses. So we will talk about it. We can have a vote.
Yeah, we definitely will. We definitely will. YBN Steven in the Bock and Calls car is coming in 6th place, picking up 8 points for that team. So Bock and Calls have actually picked up a fair amount of points for their team there. And Astro is going to be 7th with 6 points for Default. So that's everyone. Everyone's finished. What a race. Really unfortunate for Vilsek. Such a great driver, but such bad luck. Is he still on track? Let me see if I can see him. He is. Yeah, Vilsek's the last one. He's just coming through the S's right now. He wants to finish. You know, bravo to him. Great. This is kind of like Rosberg in 2015, I think it was, where he had engine trouble in the last lap at Abu Dhabi, the last few laps at Abu Dhabi. He was driving, twice as long around the track, but he just wanted to finish. But Vilsek won't finish, but he will be on track when the lap counter comes. So congratulations, guys. Unlucky Vilsek, but Castle, what an amazing race from you. You did a hell of a job there. And well-deserved first place. Hopefully we can see you in the first race next week, so you can give these other guys a run for their money. Anything else to say there, Lex?
GG's everybody. Thanks to everybody who came in the stream to watch. Special GG's to Vilsek. I feel for him right now. And other than that, we had a great GT Sport race day. And for everybody in the stream, don't forget we have one more race, Division 3 F1 coming up. And yeah.
Great. So see you guys in around 1 hour.
Okay.